I'm going to let Coach Rob talk to you because that's he did the work. I just want you to know I'm alive. I'm not going to croak on anybody. It's vertigo. I guess 2 or 3 years ago at Boston College, it's the same thing. Jerked around to try to get 7th in for Kenny because Kenny was struggling shooting the ball, and we were making him work so hard on Marquise Reed, and I wanted to just give him a break, and went down. It's excruciating pain for a little while. I started feeling a heck of a lot better, but he was up 6 or 7, and I didn't want to jinx him. If we had lost, I would have gone out there with him, but I didn't want to jinx him at that time, and yes, I'm a little superstitious. But I'm so proud of our team, and I'm so proud of this guy sitting beside of me. 24 years. I told the guys the movie Hoosiers, Gene Hackman, I think is his name, intentionally gets thrown out. I'm only going to do this once every 2 or 3 years, but I don't do it intentionally. But 31 years ago, 31 years ago, one of the best decisions of my life was hiring this guy. He's been like a brother to me. He's been like a best friend. He's been like a guy that couldn't be more proud of. And I want him to have this feeling because he's sitting back there that we can't win unless Kenny Williams and Luke May start playing better. And I think from every replay that Clinton gave me every play, I think they really did. But I'm thankful, and the whole University of North Carolina community should be really thankful that Steve Robinson is with us. We're thrilled, and I'm going to let him talk, and I'm going to get the crap out of here. Come on.
Yeah, slide that in front of you, Coach.
Hope you get to feel better, Coach.
Yeah. Hey, somebody, Brad come and do his press conference in here. Okay, Brad.
Before? Yes. So this is the second time that this has happened. Like I told him, I think the first time it happened, I like to have a little bit more advance notice. Just that's not an easy thing to do. Pick up in the middle of the game and be able to manage our players and their emotions and how they feel and how they want to respond. And my job instantly is to try to give them confidence, one in me, that I'll help them navigate whatever it is we have to do, and that the coach is okay. We got a great staff that can help him, and that their job is to play and try to play well and do everything that we're supposed to do in order to try to be successful in the game. And I think that I may be the guy sitting here, but I think a lot of credit you got to give Brad Frederick and Hubert Davis and the rest of the coaches on their staff who all chipped in, because everybody's role changes. Everybody had to do something differently, and Hubert had a great scout, and but their input was very valuable. And it's a big time win on the road, whether I was in that seat or Coach Williams there. It was a tough environment. They played well. They never went away, and we made enough shots to win the game at the end.
Coach, what did you tell your team, either in the locker room, whenever you had a good chance to get them together? What was your message, and what was their reaction before you had a chance to speak to them?
I just try to take the bull by the horns and be the aggressor, and just, hey, we got to play the game. This is what's going to do. Coach is fine. First, just make sure they understand he is taken care of. He was being fine. He left the court on his own power. So our job is to play. I need your attention, and I get one good thing about being working for Coach Williams. They hear my voice. They hear my voice all the time, and every day in practice. So it's not like it's strange to them to all of a sudden here's this guy barking at them about what they need to do and how they need to do it. And so that part, is just what I do. And I do it every day in practice, and I get a chance to, now I just got a chance to do it in front of a few thousand people, and with a lot on the line. So, but That's good. I enjoyed it, and I think our guys enjoyed it, and the credit certainly goes to those guys who they had to execute it. I just gave them something, and then they would do it.
How quickly or long is the transition for you to go from the number 2 guy to the number 1 guy in the course of a game like that?
I didn't have long, did I? It was about 30 seconds, and then it was like you got to go right away, and there's no time for it at that point in time. It's just you got to step right in and take command and try to direct them, because if I waffle, then what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna fall apart. So it wasn't about that. It was just, hey, this is try to treat it like we do every day and try to go do the best job and just try to put them in the proper position so that they can make plays and give us the best chance to have success at the end of the game.
Coach, six threes from Kobe and Cam apiece. Did you feel like going in that might be a big part of your offense tonight?
Well, that sure helps my decision making a lot of times when he's making them. But he got good shots. He got into a good rhythm. He got to going, and he was able to make some of those shots. And our guys were able to find him. And I think in the second half, let me back up. In the first half, I thought we were a little impatient. We were pretty quick trigger with some of our shots, and there were segments in the game that became very frantic, and I kept talking to him about trying to be poised, and Kobe got the ball in his hand, and he got some daylight, and was able to knock down some big shots, and not only him, Kenny hit some clutch free throws down the stretch for us, and we had different guys that came in and made plays, and with the way we play and what we do, I think that's a big part of our team's identity, that we have different guys. Luke May hit a couple of shots, Cam hit a shot, we get an offensive rebound, Kobe hits a three, Kenny makes free throws, and we do it as a team. We play unselfish and we try to play together.
At the beginning of your answer, when you were talking about he got in the road, were you talking about Kobe or Cameron? Kobe.
Steve, you've been with Coach for a long time. I'm just wondering, on a personal level, what's kind of the emotions for you when you see him go down?
Concern. When something like that happens, it kind of shocks you a little bit. But I've been around him, and I know that I got to spring into action. That's going to be Doug's job. That's going to be, our trainer and our staff, that their job is to secure him and make sure he's okay medically. And then I got to make sure I jump our guys and get into them right away that, okay, this is what we got to do. Because unless they stop the game, they're gonna put that ball back into play, and I got to go, and and then we get on the bus, and I can rub his head a little bit and pat him on the back.
Coach, talk about your execution on offense. At the 6-minute mark, you had like 4 straight possessions. You were able to run your offense and execute and scored on all 4 of them to give you a little bit of a lead going into the end.
Yeah, we did a nice job of running some of our set plays, and our guys executed. And I think I've heard Coach Williams say this, that everything looks a lot better when the ball goes in. We ran some of those same sets or same plays in the first half, and they didn't go in because I thought we were a little impatient. But I thought in the second half we really kind of dialed in. We executed, and then guys made the shot. So it made all those little plays look great.
When did you guys have an idea that Sterling Manley was going to be able to play today?
He's been kind of inching along through practice, and I think that today was the point that we thought we might have a chance to get him out there on the floor, and he came in, he made a basket, he got a free throw, and did a good job defensively, and so it's just slowly trying to integrate him back into our team.
Take one more.
Steve, Luke had 2 3-point plays to give you the lead back, about 6 minutes to play. Cam hit a 3 as the shot clock was winding down, and then Kenny had some big free throws there late. Can you just kind of speak to the senior class of what they've been able to provide during this run?
Leadership, their experience of playing in big-time games, being on the road in hostile environments where you got to play. Luke has played in a national championship game. Kenny has been there. Cam in his 2 years with us has played in those big games like this. And this is what conference play is about at this time of year, where everybody's just fighting, scratching, clawing for every win that you can get. And our guys showed a lot of poise. Our senior leaders were what they should be, leading our basketball team and helping us make plays. And I think that helps Kobe to be free to be able to do what he does, and that's score.
Thanks, Coach. Our locker room's open.